First, I want to say that it took me a long time to write the book. Not because it was difficult to write the book, because it was difficult to make the decision to complete the book on the philosophy content, because of the power of this philosophy. It can be used for good. It could be used for evil. And what do I mean by that? The power of thought. We have the power, I believe we have the power in our minds and our thoughts to do great things. Good things, bad things. Let's create a war. Let's create peace. Let's live in harmony. Let's live in hatred. All starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. When I talk about the power of perception, when you perceive something, it becomes a thought. When you take that perception and you put it into action, then it can become a reality. And that reality can be real dangerous. Here's a really good example of that. Our last election. The power of thought. We thought about who we wanted to vote for. We thought about what kind of government we wanted to have. We thought. And the majority won over. And that thought became action. And that action became a reality. Now we're seeing the repercussions from that reality. And the outcome of that reality. So that thought created where we are today in our country. As a people, as a nation. And because of that creation, we have to think again on how we're going to move forward with the country that we have now. I'm not taking any political sides. I'm not going down that road on this video. Because I don't want to get too much into politics. I want to talk about my philosophy. But what I want to make really clear is this. Our thoughts have power. Amazing power. Our thoughts can heal us. Our thoughts can move mountains. Our thoughts can create careers. Our thoughts can find the love of our life. So I want to back up a little bit and say that me as a human being, me as a person, I'm living like in two worlds. The one world is simple John, likes to play his guitar, likes to sing his songs, likes to write songs, likes to be on stage, likes to do comedy. That's the simple John. Usually the simple John, I don't mean simple and stupid, I'm just saying simple in just lifestyle. That to me makes me happy. That really makes me happy living that kind of a lifestyle. But then there's the complicated John, the more brilliant John, the more foreseeing John, and more enlightened John that wants to fix things, wants to change things, wants to create things. And so I live in this dichotomy all the time. And the other John, the John that wants to fix things, created this. I wrestle back and forth with should I have created it, because it affects my other John, the simple John. Like, do I want all this? Do I want all this responsibility? All this weight on me? Da, 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 da. Creating a philosophy, creating a following, creating the power in this book. But here's the rub. Here's the good and the bad about being a human being. We just sometimes can't say no to things. I couldn't say no to the book. And I've actually thought about sometimes I'm just going to go online. I'm going to destroy the book, and I'm going to destroy all the videos about the book and shut down YouTube. And do I really want to put this out there? And then I thought, it's not up to me. It's not up to me. It's like sort of like if you were to make a car, like Henry Ford building a car. It's not his responsibility what you do with the car. It's yours. It's like developing the atomic bomb, designing the atomic bomb. It wasn't his responsibility what people would do with it. So the growth and the creativity of something, you really can't stop. You have to let it flow. You have to let it go out. All that said, I want to talk about the power of thought. How powerful that is individually, how powerful that is collectively with the masses of people. I think I talked about earlier in the video, take the last election that we went through. The power of that thought in your mind. You thought, well, I'm going to vote for this guy, or I'm going to vote for that guy. And you took action on that thought, on those thoughts. By taking action on the thought, you put in action where we are today, what's happening today with Israel, what's happening today with our military, what's happening today with our government, with our social structures, with our economy. All that is a direct result of a thought. By that thought decided, I'm going to vote for this person. So in essence, we are responsible for our thoughts. Because our thoughts become action. Action becomes reality. So, here's the good news of this video. This is the wonderful thing about thought and the actions derived from it. We can change our thoughts to a different direction. So let's say we don't like, collectively as a nation, millions of people, we don't like what's going on in our government, or we don't like what's going on. So I write about it in my book, The Power of Thought and Taking Action on it. And I truly believe that we have the ability through our thoughts, by taking action, we can heal ourselves. I can heal my hand. I can heal my arthritis. I can heal other people. I truly believe that we can, I keep itching my ear too, I truly believe we can retract a reaction from a thought we had before, put it back into the container. So what I was saying is, if we are collectively, if there's millions of people in this country right now that don't like what our government's doing, sure, I'm going to throw it away eventually, don't like what our government's doing. Collectively, if we think about that, if I could get 50 million people or 20 million people or 100 million people thinking the same thought, like, okay, this has got to be changed, and you think how it needs to be changed, and you pick a particular politician, I'm not going to name any names, but you pick that person collectively and say, We don't want this person to be in office anymore. If enough people think about it, action will be taken upon it, and that action will happen. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Without any violence, without marching, without force. It's not force. It's not about force. It's about thought. And the thought puts you into action, and the action creates the results. So let me use another example. If you want to be better educated and you want to go to a fine school, I want to go to Duke University. I want to go to Yale. I want to go to Harvard. I want to go to UCLA. If you think about that enough, you put that thought in your head and you think about that enough. Also, if you schedule time to do that, it's not meditation, it's immersion. This is common point immersion. If you put that thought out there enough, and if you do it every day, let's say 5 o'clock every day, I want to go to UCLA, I want to study music, I want to be a music teacher. Write it down, write all those thoughts down. Excuse me. If you do that enough, you will realize you'll take action on it. Action will be taken upon it, and it will become real. You will eventually will be there. You know, I'm on campus. I'm actually doing this. I'm actually at the school I thought about. When you took an action on it, and it made it happen. It can be done on any level. It doesn't matter. It can be done on removing somebody from office in politics as a collective thought, the power of collective thought. And you're saying, well, give me some proof, John. Collective thought is like fighting a war. If you go over to Iraq, what's going on right now, you have thousands of people that think the same thought. Millions of people that think the same thought. We hate the USA. We hate the... Millions of people thinking that same thought. And if they do that enough, collectively, there'll be damage done to our country. Collectively. Because of a thought. Just because of thinking. That was one of the reasons why I was really reluctant, and I don't have it upside down this time, to put that information in this book. Because I've used that power in my own life. I've used that power in my own life, and I've seen the results. I wanted to buy a house in California. I put that thought in my mind. I took action on it. I bought a house. I did the same thing in Florida, this house that I'm living in now. It was originally a thought. The thought became an action. The action became reality. So, back to the beginning of this video. Thoughts have power. Thoughts have power. And you know, in every video I put this shirt on, I've got to buy some black shirts that have a tight collar because it drives me crazy. But these are the only black shirts I have, and I just don't stop to go to a store to buy a damn shirt. Put in the comments, John, go out and buy a damn shirt. So what I'm saying to you guys is thoughts have power. First, you have a perception. You're thinking in your mind. You have a perception, which is a thought. A bigger word for thought. You have a perception, and you put that perception into action. Well, I'm going to make a car. I'm going to build a car. How do I build a car? You don't know anything about building a car. Well, it needs wheels and axle and a motor and frame. How do we build a car? You start getting those pieces put together. And when you start putting the pieces together, that thought, that perception in your mind becomes a reality. And now you actually have a car. You have something tangible, physical, tangible thing that you created was in your mind. Everything that man has, everything man owns, everything man did own, anything mankind will own, was originally a perception. It was just out of thin air. It was just a perception. So you can take your perceptions and you can turn them into tangible thoughts. When you turn them into tangible thoughts and you take action on those tangible thoughts, you end up with a physical book. So how can this be beneficial to you guys, to my seekers? On an individual basis, think what you want in your life on a positive level. Put that into action and you'll realize it. To people out there that don't follow me, that are not my seekers, they're not a seeker in general, I'm going to tell you a secret. Praying is the thought. Praying, you think of something like, I want to pray for my pet to get well. I want to pray for my husband to get well. Praying is a thought. Because as far as we know, my bunny, Leo over there, doesn't think farther than that. So his thoughts are about basic needs. Doesn't think about the future. It's in the present, lives in the present moment. We as human beings tend to live in the future a lot. Because we live in the future a lot, we have thoughts about the future, about making it better, making it easier, finding a better job, finding a better relationship. We do that a lot. So, back to praying. It's a perception. It's a thought in your mind. But here's the key for praying or immersion. Praying doesn't happen unless you take action upon the prayers. You take radicalized people or nations. They pray and they truly believe that they are told by their God or their leader to take action. And that's why they do what they do. And when they see results from the action, they thank their God for the results, which in turn makes their process stronger for them. They can become more radicalized, more focused on that process. It can be a very dangerous situation. That's how it works. But just remember, I need to buy a black shirt. This video was about me taking the path of least resistance, or the path of what could be a very complicated life in the future. Should I just keep a simple life, play my guitar, go out and sing my songs, be a local hero, keep my life basic, which is what I really enjoy to do? Or do I want to go forward with my book and the philosophy, which become very complicated, very deep, very scary, or very rewarding, depending on how it unfolds? most likely I'm going to do both. I'm in it. I'm in it. And I'm going to do both. The key to all this is balance. Is balance. Can I balance the simple John over here with the complicated John over there with my philosophy? I'm going to go. Just remember this. A thought or perception will become a reality if you take action on it. Think of so many things that were invented, so many presidents that were elected, so many wars that were fought or won because of the perception of that thought and taking action upon those thoughts. Everything starts with one thought. So, if we want to have a harmonious country, a country of love, a country of peace, a country of harmony, now, today, we must put those thoughts into our minds and take action upon those thoughts. And we will create that environment in our country. We're not there today, but we can do that. We can do that just by collective thoughts. Remember that. It's up to you guys. It's up to all of us. I'm going to go. This video was about the power of thought. This video was about pause. I'm going to go. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Love you guys. Love my seekers. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel.